Hong Kong experienced heavy flooding in several districts during a black rainstorm, with one of the hardest hit areas being Chai Wan, the heaviest rain to Hong Kong in 149 years. In this video, we take a closer look at the unprecedented natural disaster that struck Hong Kong as Super Storm Saola unleashed its fury, leading to a devastating black rainstorm. On September 3rd, this once-in-a-century meteorological event rapidly transformed into a Category 4 super typhoon, with winds reaching an astonishing 150 mph. But it was on September 7th that the true impact was felt, as Haikui's outer rain bands lashed the region. The scenes that unfolded were nothing short of catastrophic. Torrential downpours overwhelmed Hong Kong's drainage systems, paralyzing transportation networks. The Wong Tai Sin district was among the hardest hit, recording an astounding 158.1 mm of rain in just 1 hour during the early morning hours. Shocking video footage showed the metro station completely submerged, with passengers wading waist-deep through filthy floodwaters. Above ground, buses and cars were swamped on flooded streets, and several MTR rail lines were forced to suspend service. The Hong Kong Observatory, recognizing the gravity of the situation, quickly raised their highest black rainstorm warning signal, indicating extremely dangerous flooding conditions that threatened lives and property. The topography and dense urban environment of Hong Kong make it particularly susceptible to flooding, as rainfall rapidly cascades into low-lying areas. Roads turned into raging rivers across multiple districts, including Mong Kok, Sha Tin, and Tsuen Wan. As if the situation weren't dire enough, authorities across the border in Shenzhen, China, issued warnings that they might need to release water from the swollen Shenzhen reservoir. This sparked fears of additional flooding surging back into Hong Kong, and evacuation shelters were preemptively opened as the government braced for more rain. The magnitude of this black rainstorm event cannot be understated. Hong Kong experienced the heaviest rain in 140 years, with some areas receiving an incredible 49 years' worth of rainfall in just a short period. Close to the country club Deepwater Bay Road, there were fortunately only minor injuries reported. However, the list of districts impacted by flooding is extensive, including Chai Wan, Ho Man Tin, Aberdeen, Stanley, and the latest addition, Lung Chung Road, Wong Tai Sin, where floodwaters reached waist height. The images and stories emerging from this crisis are heart-wrenching. In Tai Po, a man was found floating in the Lam Tsuen River and had to be rescued when he became trapped under a bridge. So far, 117 people have been injured, and tragically, 2 people have lost their lives due to the heavy rain in Hong Kong. Chai Wan became one of the hardest hit areas during this black rainstorm. Reports of flooding along Chai Wan Road and Wan Tsui Road revealed the terrifying speed at which water levels rose on the evening of September 7th. The torrential rain caught many residents off guard, as they had prepared for Typhoon Signal Number 10 just a week earlier. Residents in the affected areas criticized the government for inadequate weather forecasts and perceived negligence in emergency response efforts. According to a convenience store staff member, Wan Tsui Road resembled a waterfall during the deluge, and it wasn't until around 5:30 a.m. that the waters began to recede, thankfully without causing damage to the store due to flood barriers. Some citizens who went to work as usual this morning reported power outages at restaurants and factories near Wan Tsui Road, necessitating their return to assess the situation. Chai Wan residents pointed out that the area has a history of being prone to flooding, with similar circumstances observed during the impact of Super Typhoon Mangkhut in 2018. However, the suddenness of last night's torrential rain resulted in even greater destruction, catching many off guard. While the floodwaters in Chai Wan and Wan Tsui Road have mostly receded today, significant damage to the roads and parts of Wan Tsui Road and Wan Tsui Lane has been reported. Bus stop signs were knocked down, and the streets and sidewalks are littered with debris, including tree branches and bricks. Some buses had to temporarily park by the roadside due to the heavy rain, and bus companies deployed personnel to assist with cleanup and vehicle removal. The parking lot at Wan Tsui Shopping Centre, which experienced significant flooding, still had residual water this morning, reaching a maximum depth of 2 meters. The aftermath of this unexpected deluge has sparked concerns among the public regarding the effectiveness of the government's weather forecasting and response measures. As residents cope with the aftermath of this disaster, attention is being drawn to the urgent need for improved preparedness and communication during severe weather events. The city recorded over 600 mm of rain, equivalent to a quarter of its average annual rainfall. During one particularly intense hour, the Hong Kong Observatory measured 158.1 millimeters, 6.2 inches of rain, a record for a single hour dating back to 1884. Tragically, 2 bodies were found floating in waters in different parts of the city, and the fire services department evacuated 110 people while assisting 20 injured individuals. The city's response to the rain and floods drew criticism from residents online who questioned the authorities' preparedness for such an emergency. This series of events underscores the need for enhanced preparedness and coordination to mitigate the impact of such extreme weather events in the future.